Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. Today is September 30th. It's your boy JoezMcfly, and this is definitely the Pinstripe Strong podcast. We're going to go ahead, and I'm running this one solo once again, as I'm still waiting for my boy Chris to recover. But Yankees end up dropping the final series of the season and end up, for some people, limping into the playoffs. A lot of people putting a lot of stock into this series, while I'm kind of not. We're going to go ahead and break down this series and news and notes. Just my overall mentality now heading into the playoffs. And guys, I hope you guys are ready mentally and get ready for this. We're going to go ahead and break that down, break down my mentality, all right? But, oh, shit. Okay. Well, let's do it. Oh, man, this is crazy. I don't even think about it. All right, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy JoezMcfly, and representing, one half of the Pinstripe Strong podcast here. And it is only me again. We're flying solo. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, make sure you do click on the subscribe. First of all, thank you. Okay, definitely thank you. I gotta say thank you to you. If this is, you came by, we're able to do this, give us the opportunity, give us a chance, right? If you thought maybe this is like a weightlifting thing because you've seen the really strong arm or whatever it is, it's not, right? But we're kind of lifting up the spirits of Yankee fans, and here as we're going to be heading onto the road for number 28. This is a Yankee podcast, of course, for now, of course, but Pinstripe Strong episode 47. I am very excited for this right now. Yankees actually finished the season kind of like on a sour note, and some people kind of taking it a certain way. And I get both sides of the coin. But like I said, make sure you do subscribe to the podcast. Follow me. You could look for me at JoezMcfly on Twitter, Instagram, and all the other platforms, as well as look for me on YouTube. Some people are viewing this on YouTube live and all of that. It's an off day. Today's Monday, which I'll get into in a second. But make sure you do follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and all of the platforms. Follow my co-host, who's actually still recovering, Chris, at ChrisMcFly28, and follow the Pinstripe Strong page. We did have a lot of positive reviews from a lot of different people telling us, hey, man, I like that joint podcast that you did with John Boy and all of that. I did update my camera, by the way, so if you guys are watching on YouTube, then you'll see the difference. It definitely does look a lot better. So I'm like really hyped with that. Make sure you guys, if you guys haven't already and you guys are listening to this podcast, leave a 5-star review on this. You can visit the merch store to be able to get your own Pinstripe Strong merch. So make sure that you do that on the link in the description below. And also, get ready for the playoffs. All right. But listen, my overall, and I know how some people are feeling, right? What's going on? Yankees kind of limped into the playoffs here. What's going on? They lost 2 against the Rays, then they lost 2 out of 3 against the Rangers. What's going on? And I think a lot of people put more stock into these 2 series than what we thought. I think that the Yankees mentally were kind of done. And I'll talk a little bit about the mentality. And, of course, we're going to talk about the games, just updates that we're going to have for the channel in terms of my YouTube channel. So look for me at JoezMcfly on my YouTube channel and subscribe to that page, as I'm going to be having, like, the reactions. And I got my tickets to the playoff games. And I'm so freaking hyped coming up. It's like I don't know what to do to contain myself. I was going to record this podcast yesterday right after the game, but it was a bit difficult for me, and I don't know. It was just like, yo, you know what? Let me settle down a little bit. I'm just gonna sit back, kind of think about what we're gonna go ahead and talk about, and do that there. So that's why I wanted to just wait a day to kind of collect my thoughts. As far as updates and news and notes and all this stuff. I mean, we did get Edwin Encarnacion back. No, I'm sorry. I'm lying. Gary came back. Encarnacion was actually, which is a little concerning to me. It's kind of weird. because I felt like the way that they were talking about Encarnacion was that he was ahead of Gary in the, in the progress in terms of the injury, and then they kind of pushed him back the entire series. They were talking about him being activated for the Rays series, the second game of the Rays series, and then he ended up not even playing. I get exercising the caution and all that stuff, and I fully understand that. I have no problem with the Yankees erring on the side of caution because it is an oblique, right? So if he's not right and he doesn't feel like, mentally he's not 100% there to let it go and really fire it, then if he gets injured again, that he's done for the season. He's done for the postseason. He's not coming back. It's over. So Yankees got to really do this right, and they're going to take this 4 days now before game 1 on Friday to really rest him up and kind of bring him along, and then somehow, some way along this time during the workouts, they're going to be like, all right, Edwin, I need you to just fire it off. Let's see how it looks. So we'll see with that. Gary did come back. First game, he looked horrible. Second game, he did look a lot better. But it's a progress to him. He just needs to see more pitching. And Hale, how about Hale? Hale was freaking activated. What the hell? So he was activated. So that was funny. Luke Voigt and some of the other people, and we'll talk about who's hot, who's kind of not, and kind of like the roster right now, and unpopular opinions versus popular ones. So I'm gonna see what happens, and I'm gonna try to give my predictions also for the upcoming series, Yankees against the Twins, ALDS. Hello, because that's what we're here for. Let's do it. So I don't know. I'm kind of hyped right now. Just talking about it and thinking about it, and every day it's like a freaking build up as we get to the playoff game 1. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and just let's break down the series, right? Because I feel like that's kind of one thing that we want to, this series didn't really mean anything, at least not to me. To some people it did for some reason, but to me it did not mean anything at all. To me it was just like, get through the season healthy, get your at-bats, get through the season healthy, get the hell out of the game. That's it. That's how I looked at it, which is why I don't understand people are putting a lot of stock into this series, saying, oh, my God, we limited to the playoffs, even though there are some interesting stats that compare this year's team to 2009, which I hate doing, but I like seeing. How about that? I hate doing, but I like seeing. But we'll start with game 1. It was Paxton against Palombo. My bad. Palombo. Anyway, they treated him just the same way, like a Palomo. So, this would be a game where Paxton would come in. He kind of did what he was supposed to do a little bit in the first inning. He didn't look right. Gave up, got hit a little bit, and then you don't like the fact that he leaves with some injury, and everybody, and this is what I'm saying about just get your at-bats, just play your game and get the hell out, because it almost feels like every single day somebody's about to get hurt. Like, bubble wrap the freaking team before the playoffs. Can we make it there? Shit. And this game is just a prime example of that. And Paxton comes into this game winning his last 10 decisions, going for 11, and trying to end the season strong. Yankees did say that they were going to go into this game only giving him four innings, kind of like a tune-up start, and then getting them out. He didn't even make the tune-up freaking start, man. But top of the first inning, Stanton is freaking strong, and I think he ended the season pretty strong, in my opinion. Homers, making it 1-0 Yankees. Let's go. By the way, that is the 300th as the team. When me and John Boy were asking, who do you think is going to hit 300? He said Encarnacion, which we thought he was going to play. But Stanton ends up doing it in the top of the first inning, putting the Yankees up 1-0. Bottom of the first inning, Santana homers, making it 2-1 Texas, but Paxton was removed with a tight left glute, right? It ended up like, at first, we now know it was precautionary and all of this stuff, but bruh, when he left the game and the Yankees did not update anybody, for an hour and a half, that's all I kept thinking about. The Yankees would go on and they would look so great offensively. And I'm telling you, the only thing on my mind throughout this game was, how's Paxton? How's Paxton? How's Paxton? That's all I was thinking about. I'm sure that a lot of people could probably relate to the same exact thing. There was nothing else on my mind except for how's Paxton. And because at this point, it's kind of like, and I keep putting up the same picture, this department has 0 days without an injury. Felt like I was putting it up every single day down the stretch. We're limping, like trying to get to the freaking playoffs here. So every time we get somebody back, it's like, shit, we're losing another person, but it's good. Yankees really took this series and just said, yo, any little thing that could be something, you're out. Like, just simple as that. You're out. Like, we're not even taking the chances there. But he didn't really look too good after he gave up that homer. It was a bomb. When he was taken out of the game right after that, it didn't look too good. So he would get out of the inning and pitch that 1 inning, but it just, we would not see Paxton again. Anyway, Paxton's year ends on a high note. He does not lose this game, so then that's good. But top of the second inning, Yankees would come back and get Paxton off the hook. Let's go with Maben homering. Guys, get used to it because there's going to be a lot of this going on, okay? The Yankees will homer to the Texas Rangers to death, which is why I don't understand why some people are like really going out of their way to take this series and like take it to another level. Like, yo, bro, like just relax. Yankees are still that team. But it's making it 2-2. Top of the fourth inning, Gardy homers, and there's nothing else that I could say about Gardner. By the way, spoiler alert, he would win the kind of like home run battle off against Aaron Judge, so that's interesting there. So great job, congrats, Gardy. 3-2 Yankees. Stanton then singles. It's a two-run single, scoring Ford and DJ, making it 5-2 Yanks. Great job out of Giancarlo hitting in the clutch. Top of the sixth inning, Gio homers, making it 6-2. Then Ford homers, making it 8-2. Top of the seventh inning, DJ LeMahieu doubles and clears the bases. It was bases loaded at that point in time. He was going for his 100th RBI. He ends up getting 3 because he was at 99 at that point. Ends up getting 3. Does a really great job getting 100 RBIs. Congrats to you, man. What a wonderful season for DJ LeMahieu. You have definitely changed the complexion of this lineup, and we appreciate you. I mean, I can't stop saying that. Like, we just appreciate you, bro. So making it 11-2 Yankees. He eclipsed his previous season high of 66. What a year from DJ LeMahieu. Great job out of him. And I'm just really impressed by him. You gotta appreciate DJ LeMahieu and what he's done for the team this year. Like, I really don't know what else to say about it. So I'm really happy about that. In the bottom of the eighth inning, also, Calhoun singles on a nothing whatever. Oh yeah, another stat here, but this is by Chris Stacy. He said list of leadoff hitters with 600 at bats or less in the one slot, right? That's basically it, leading off. To record 90 RBI, 25 homers, and 170 plus hits in a season in MLB history. The list starts and ends at DJ LeMahieu. Okay? David John LeMahieu. It starts and ends there. New York Yankees this year. That's it. That's how special this season has been, and we appreciate what he's done in this season. So thank you, DJ. Go DJ. That's my DJ. Go DJ. That's my DJ. Bottom of the eighth inning, Calhoun singles and then scoring a run, making it 11-3. Doesn't really matter there. Top of the ninth, Romine homers, because this would be the 6th homer of the night for the freaking Yankees. They would homer this shit out of the Rangers, and I thought coming into the series, the Yankees were going to run roughshod and just hit a whole bunch of homers in this series. I thought that they did a pretty good job here, but so Romine homers, making it 12-3 Yanks, and then 4 doubles, making his last bid, like trying to get into that playoff roster. Ford ends up doubling, making it 14-4 Yanks. Great job there. Bottom of the ninth inning. Whatever. I mean, and I think in this game, I even forgot who the hell was pitching toward the end. Was it Cortez? I think it was Cortez. No, Chance Adams. My God, Chance Adams. He cannot close the door. This guy fucking sucks, bro. Like, There was a contingent of Yankee fans that were dead set against trading Chance Adams. This guy, I don't know what's going on. He did not recover from his injury. He's not the same. Chance Adams, my God, only getting 1/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 4 runs. Thank God the game didn't get close, but Yankees ended up winning 14-7. Gave up 2. I mean, it's just horrible, bro. Cortez would come in also and close it out. But bad job out of you, bro. For giving up 4 runs, it's just a bad job. This game itself, the box score was loaded, man. Just singling somebody out, I feel like I'm going to forget somebody. 14 runs scored, 18 hits, 14 total, RBI, 5 walks, and 11 strikeouts you don't really like. But shit, and just think about it. There were a total of 12 men left on base. But, yo, the Yankees were awesome in this on this game, and actually it was 6 men left on base. From Paxton to Heller, and then the Yankees had to kind of make this into an opener game when they didn't really want to. Paxton to then Heller, who pitched pretty well in his frame. Tarpley, Loaizaga, Guerin, Lyons, King. Mike King makes his major league debut and looks really good there. 2 innings, only gives up the 2 hits and 1 strikeout. I thought he looked pretty good. I don't know if anybody disagrees with me, but I thought he did look pretty good. Liked him, really happy for him. I ended up giving up 1 run. It was unearned, but it didn't really matter. To Chance Adams, and then Cortez Jr. There, and the Yankees win 14-7. This game was about the homers. This game was about the offense. This game was about showing you the Yankees have their might. But nonetheless, we were all worried. In this game, it didn't really matter because we were only worried about Paxton. And when we got the good news that it was just, it's precautionary. He had a tight ass. He had a nerve. His ass had some nerve. I don't know. There was a lot of jokes all over Twitter. Not taking credit for any of them. But that's what happened there. So, but nice to see that he was all right. He could have kept pitching, tried to vouch to keep pitching. Yankees, rightfully so, erred on the side of caution. Just sit down, bro. We'll just get you some treatment, whatever it is, and we'll be good. Somebody's in there massaging his ass to health, so then that is good. Game 2 is going to be Sevy against, I think this guy's related to John Farrell. So this guy, Farrell, that started the game, it was their opener that ended up coming in here. And this game, you're thinking, come on, man, let's go. Sevy, show me some more of what you've been showing me, man. Let's get this series win. Let's end on a high note. Let's do it, Severino. That's what I want to see. And, Severino would come in, and in the first inning, there's the tale of two games in this one game for Severino, right? And to me, out of this start, it was a little bit more impressive than the other ones. And you're thinking, yo, man, what the hell are you talking about, Joe? Like, what the hell? Did you see that first inning? Like, what the hell? I get it. And I'll explain why, but I just like the bounce back. I just love that. And at the top of the first inning, Judge tripled. By the way, Judge tripled, and then he scored on the sac fly, which is underrated by Gardner. Guys, all right, that the Yankees scoring would basically almost end there, thanks to Didi, by the way. Thank God for saving us, Didi. But this game was a nothing game. I only wanted to see, and I looked at these games differently. It wasn't about the result of the winning and losing, even though Chris was like, oh my God, we lost. Oh my God, we lost. Okay, I'm like, yo, bro, come on. It doesn't really matter. Like, that's it. What are we really playing for? But anyway, Yankee scoring will basically end there. Bottom of the first inning, Severino has a tough first inning. Odor or whatever it is, he doubles, scoring 1-2 Texas. Severino would throw about 30 some odd pitches in that first inning. It's not what you want, because the Yankees said, we're going to give you 80 pitches or so in this game, and that's what we're going to do. Severino did not start off well. You're thinking, fuck, man. And I'm thinking, at some point, I'm like, yo, just get him out. Get him out right now, because I don't want him throwing too many pitches in a high-stress inning. He said after the game he did not feel good, did not feel comfortable at all. His fastball was all over the place. He didn't really feel good, But I do love the fact, and we'll talk about that right now. Actually, how he came back next inning, 1, 2, 3 innings, strikes out the side, looks very good, looks more composed, looks like I like that. I like to see a pitcher where he doesn't have his shit. Of course, you always want to see a pitcher when he does have his stuff, right? I like to see a pitcher when he doesn't have his great stuff and is still able to make it happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, so Severino, this is kind of like his first test, right? Off of the IL, where he did not have everything and was still able to kind of piece it together and was able to locate his pitches and find what he needed to do to kind of finish off pretty strong. So I do like that. Severino, I thought he did a pretty good job. He would only give the Yankees 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, both of them earned, and 4 Ks. 4 walks. You don't like the walks, which is why he didn't have too much control. Severino's first runs end up coming on this day, guys. On September 28th of 2019, Severino gives up his first runs of the year? Can somebody say Cy Young? Nah, but seriously, man. But 3 innings pitch. Severino would take the L in this game. Doesn't really matter, but it is what it is. I gave up the 2 earned runs there. I like the bounce back, but we talked about that. Hale then comes in, which was nice to see him, and he doesn't have his control either. First day off of the IL, but it's nice to see him. I hope the Yankees do send him to extend their spring training to keep him around just in case of some sort of injury, because we all know that when Hale was going good, and I don't even know how the hell, where the hell did Hale, oh my God, what the hell? Where the hell did Hale come from? All right, I freaking tongue twisted myself. Where the hell did Hale come from? That guy just, there was no update on him throwing any bullpens. There was no update on what he was doing or facing any batters. And it's oh shit, he appears in the game. Oh, what the hell? I thought he was done for the season. So he appears out of nowhere, but it's nice to see him at least come back, because for a lot of people do forget about Hale, but he was a really good positive piece in this season and was able to help us through certain parts as a bulk guy where he would give us 2 innings at a time. He was effective. So a great job out of Hale. He had a 3.11 ERA in this season, guys. So he was missed, and it would be nice if he was to get a back for that. It's one of the gems for the replace for 28, like Keith McPherson says. Bottom of the 4th inning, Trevino scores. Trevino, or something, they're pronouncing it different on the broadcast. But anyway, Trevino scores. He doubles and scores a run. 1-3 Texas. Bottom of the 6th inning, Calhoun works a walk. Then, basically scores a run, bases loaded walk. 1-4 Texas. Odor hits a freaking grand slam. A grand slam off of Cortez Jr. He's done, bro. He is done. He's done. 1-8 Texas. Yankees are losing. It's a freaking laugher. Falafel or whatever, or Falefa, or I don't know. Singles, run scores 1-9, kind of putting salt on the wound. I'm honestly done with Sessa and Cortez, bro. Lions will pitch all right, but Sessa 1 1/3, 2 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks. The walks are trash. 1 strikeout. Cortez Jr., he's the one that gives up the grand slam. 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 2 runs. Between both of them, gave up 6 runs, and that basically ended the game. The Yankees are all right, well, we're done. We're not going to fucking do this shit anymore. We're not playing around here, so whatever. They ended up starting to take out the regulars. It didn't really matter, and it's fine for that. Nice to see in the bottom of the 9th inning, Didi clearing the bases with a double, so it looks good. We need Didi to start hitting, man, and making it 4-9, and the Yankees lose the 2nd game of the series 4-9. Takeaways from this game is Severino's bounce back. I like the way that Didi, Didi's at bat there at the end. Do like that. Judge continues to do all right. So you like that also. Positivity. I would like to see something out of Voit, man. Like some sort of life out of Voit. And I was looking for this series to see something, man. We didn't see anything, and it kind of puts his playoff positioning into question, which we'll talk about there. But we'll see, and so maybe some unpopular opinions coming up, and so make sure you do stay tuned for that. But you guys, let me know what you guys think after everything. Game 3. It is the opener. Yankees did something interesting because they were supposed to start off with Tanaka in this game. Tanaka on a Sunday as a final tune-up start. And it looks like they're kind of lining him up for game 1 a little bit. So that's kind of interesting there. As you know, I think me and Chris actually went back and forth as to who should be the game 1 or 2 starter or whatever. And it looks like Tanaka may be in line to do that. Green ends up coming in. Cashman is actually in the broadcast. This game is a 3:00 game, which is kind of strange, but I like it. Last game of the season, every game in the major league starts at 3:05, I believe, or 3:10, to prevent people from trying, if they clinch or whatever it is, to prevent them from like benching their players, they have a later game. Love that MLB did that. I love it. It just increases the drama and people going back and forth. On that last day, if there's a lot of things going on, and I think the only team that was really playing for something on that final day were the Cardinals and the Brewers, where if the Cardinals would have lost and the Brewers would have won, then it would have been, they would have had a 1-game playoff on Monday. So they were kind of going back and forth in that game. And, the Cardinals would win in a rout, but that just makes things kind of interesting. In my opinion, I don't know. Some people may not like it because there's always people that don't like anything. But Green in this game, he would start off this game here, and this is the final game of the season, guys. Game 162, and we're finally here. And there's something beautiful to the end of the season. I almost consider it kind of like, it's just so crazy because you just start thinking back at everything, throughout the regular season. Every single day till this point, there has been baseball on TV, except for, some days between the All-Star break and all of that stuff. But for the most part, there has been, baseball's kind of like life, where it makes you feel like shit, a good day today, a bad day today, it doesn't really matter. Tomorrow, there's another game. So that's why I love that. I love that shit about baseball. It's part of the sport that I do love, where you could get your ass beat yesterday and then come back and just beat the other team's ass the next day, or you could be the worst team in baseball or the best team in baseball, and you can win that same day against the best team, and vice versa. So I love that. I just feel like there's a poetry to baseball, and like it just reflects everyday life, and it does it more than every other sport, because basketball's not every day. Hockey's not every single day. Football's not every single day. But there's a reason why it's America's pastime. Something about you coming home from work, 7:05, there's a Yankee game on. It's a Sunday game. It's a Sunday, whatever it is you're doing with your family or whatever it is, you have the game, you're doing a cookout or whatever it is, you got the game on the radio. I love that. It's just something nice to it. So, that's my soliloquy, I guess, game 162. But I do love that. And just I always kind of take some time to reflect on the entire season when it does come to 162. But game 3, Green/Tanaka versus Lynn. Yankees said that they wanted to be prepared for anything just in case. And I think that this is interesting for Tanaka coming out of the pen. My thoughts on that is it's better to have him have the experience than not, I guess. And just in case you never know, what if you need him to come out of the pen a la Mike Mussina in a game? Or you need him to just get some big outs for you in a particular game out of the pen. Game clincher, a game 7, a game 6, or whatever it is. And you got Tanaka there, backing up another pitcher, and you're trying to bridge the gap to the pen. And Tanaka could come in and give you 2 strong innings on a throw day, let's do it. I'm with that. That's what October is about. You just better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to not have an opportunity. And better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to not be prepared for an opportunity and be prepared. How about that one? Yes. I think I said it right, or I messed it up. I don't know. But you guys get what I'm saying. Bottom of the first inning, a run would score on a throwing error by Gary Sanchez. And Yankees did not play their cleanest baseball this weekend, guys. They really didn't. To me, this is why I wouldn't take too much from this weekend. It's just I I wouldn't take too much from it just because there's a lot of things that did not happen to me. I kind of equated this time, this little week, to kind of like that little time before the All-Star break. And I'll explain more of that after the game. But a run scores on Gary Sanchez's throwing error. It is now 1-0 Texas. Not the way you want to start the game. Green wasn't too happy about that. Top of the third inning, Judge homers. Nice to see Judge homering. 1-1, ties the game. Bottom of the third inning, another throwing error by Tanaka trying to pick a runner off. Chu scores. 1-2 Texas. Santana bloop single. Andrew scores 1-3. Nobody really hit Tanaka pretty hard. It was just like little bloops and things like that dropping in. So I'm not really too concerned about that. No obligatory Tanaka home run in this game. So I do like that. Bottom of the fifth inning, Guzman scores. He singled, scoring 2, 1-5 Texas. Bottom of the sixth inning, a sac fly by Calhoun, a run scores. It is 1-6 Texas. Game would basically end there, and there would be no scoring. Yankees were kind of, I felt like coming into this game, Yankees were just like, oh man, we got to take the home run. The home run title from the Twins. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm out here for that. And it just seemed like, and it just seemed like, okay, well, are we gonna do this here? And they were kind of swinging for the fences. It didn't really look like the Yankees' offense, really. Lance Lynn looked really good. Lance Lynn looked really good. He would give the Rangers 7 1/3, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 10 Ks on this day. It was going to be a tough game for the Yankees anyway, because the Yankees weren't really playing for anything in this game at all. And the Rangers were playing for something because this was the last game that's going to be at their stadium. So it meant a lot to them and the fans. They had a packed house. Everybody was there. Everybody was into the game. There was a lot of people there for the event. So they wanted to put their best foot forward. And I thought Lance Lynn pitched pretty well. But as far as the Yankees concerned, Green to Tanaka. Tanaka would give the Yankees 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. 2 runs. One of them is earned, and 2 Ks along with the 1 walk. Canely would also give be one that would get hit in this game, and he had an inning with 2 hits, 2 earned runs, as well as a walk. Don't like the walks. Ottavino gave up an earned run. So get it all out the way, guys. I thought Britton had a really good inning, had a strikeout there, and also had a hit that he gave up. And Chapman, of course, very clean inning. He's been very, very good, very economical in this season. But the 4 horsemen look really good. 4 horsemen and the Goose. I call them Goons Boons. So Goons Boons pitched on this day, and they had to pitch because they're not gonna pitch again in an actual game situation until Friday. So no problem with this. Here, Yankees would lose this game 1-6. Yankees also lose the home run race against the Twins. The Twins would homer three times on this day and take the lead and beat the Yankees by 1. Whoopee, whatever it is. It's all right, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Yankees did want that, but Judge was like, they asked Judge about that before the game. I wish I had the sound here. But Judge was like, I got nothing for you. I mean, it's a record that's going to be broken again next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, it's going to be broken. So it is what it is. So I like hearing that from Judge. Judge was trying to get, saying Bronx is going to come out in droves. Come on Friday, man. It's going to be a freaking zoo in the Bronx. I can't wait for that. But let's talk about the series. If you really, really want to talk about the series, I don't really care at all about this freaking series. The result, I don't care. What I do care about is certain people, certain players. The pitching staff, do you care about it? You rather see them not get hurt, but like I said, I equate this to like that time right before the All-Star break where you don't really give a shit. You're not playing for anything, and people are looking toward the break. They're looking toward the break to start the second half. And it just felt that way. I felt that energy from the Yankees where it's like, all right, let's go ahead and do that. So that's what I think happened, throughout the series, and what happened with the Yankees and all of that. As far as takeaways from the series, and Gio, by the way, Gio would leave this game with, I guess he had a spectacular play early in this game. The the last part of the game, but then he would during the early part of the game, sorry, and he would then like twist his ankle or something like that. Yankees were right, took him out of the game. What was crazy was you kind of tell how Brian Cashman is watching this team, because he was in the booth. They were asking him questions. Gio gets hurt and they're observing him. He literally stops talking. It gets so quiet in the booth, guys. You could hear a pin drop, and you could hear, without Cashman even talking, the worry in his freaking voice. Everybody felt the same thing. And then he's like, yo, it's the right move. Take him out of the game. Let's go. Let's just bubble wrap the team until the end. So I have no problem with that. But let's just get to fucking Friday healthy, man. That's it. Everybody rest up. Let's do that. I didn't really take anything away. I get it that the Yankees lost this series. I get that the Yankees were losing and all of that stuff. But this is not the time to take anything from it. You know, I think that the Yankees right now, they have the right mindset going into this. They were just like, we're not going to kind of push the envelope too much. And think about it, guys. 2009, and this is what I was kind of hinting about earlier. In 2009, the Yankees finished. These are the 2009 Yankees. Yankees had 103 wins. They were 10-10 in their first 20 games. Everybody was like, fire Girardi. Finished 1-4 in their final 5 games. And then they had the Twins in the ALDS. 2019 Yankees. They had 103 wins also. They were also 10-10 in their first 20 games. Some people were saying fire Boone, whatever it is. I don't know who the hell was saying that, but they're dumb. Then they finished. The Yankees actually finished in their final 5 games 1-4. And they're also facing the Twins in the ALDS. All right, guys. I mean, I hate doing this because I feel like that time has nothing to do with this time. But I like it, but I don't. It's like the way that I feel about that is like, yo, I like that revisionist history. I love it. 2019, I love that team. That team was awesome. Yankees won in that, and you don't really remember, oh, Yankees went 1-4 in their final 5 games. But a lot of people are taking this as gospel. Oh, man, the Yankees could not score against X team. What makes you think that they're going to beat this other team? That's not the way it works. There's a different kind of intensity coming into the playoffs. Everybody's different. The crowd is different. Your adrenaline is different. It's just like the Yankees are treating this game like spring training when you're going to jump into the cauldron that is freaking October baseball in the fucking Bronx. It's different. It's just different. You know? There's a lot of people that were pitching that are not going to be pitching in those kind of games. People are going to take at bats. Like I told John Boy, a walk in this game, in this series, it doesn't mean anything. A walk in the ALDS game 1, inning 1, is a fucking rally. It's like, oh shit, what the hell? So it's just a total different series, different element, just different energy come the playoffs. What happened in these final 5 games matter for nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I take nothing from it. The only thing is that Voigt's cold. Like, he doesn't look good at all. He's batting 200 since the All-Star break. Does not look good. Looks like a shell of himself. And I think that injury to his core, he's saying that is not the problem because he doesn't want to use injuries as an excuse. But, I mean, to me, he has not been the same player since that time, since that hernia. He decided not to get the surgery and decided to kind of rehab it, but he hasn't been the same. He says that he's been working hard and all of that stuff. Voigt concerns me. And when it comes to the playoff roster and all of that, and of course I have Tyler Wade on it. You guys heard my playoff roster. Tyler Wade on it. But Ford, how about Ford? Ford has legitimately made the case to be on this roster. How could you kind of deny him at least consideration? Voigt has not looked good at all, and he's not, to be honest, in my opinion, he's not even starting. He's not starting because of the way that he's played. In your infield, left to right, from third base to first, you're gonna have Gio Gonzalez. What am I saying? He's a pitcher. Gio Urshela, Didi as short, because I like the left-handed bat. I like his playoff experience. Has a knack for getting the big hits. I love him. Didi hits the Twins. Like that. Then you have Gleyber Torres at second base, and you'll also, and in my opinion, you got to put DJ LeMahieu. You can't keep DJ LeMahieu out of the lineup. DJ LeMahieu at first. That is your best defensive infield, in my opinion. And you also have Gary catching. Voit, probably his other spot would be DH, and it depends on what's going on in Encarnacion, right? So if Encarnacion is all systems go, where's Voit playing? He's going to be on the bench. So, that's what I think. I think he's gonna end up being on the bench. Tyler Wade's on the roster, in my opinion. It sucks. And as I was looking at Sessa just being trash, I was just saying, man, I wish Betances never got hurt, man. That's the one that really upset me. The Yankees could make that up, but shit, he would have really, if Betances would have came back, he would have really taken this team to another level. Got CC in the pen, got Happ in the pen. Let's see what happens out of that. But sheesh, I don't like Sessa at all. And the truth is that he may make this roster, as well as Loaizica. So let's see what happens there. How could you keep Tyler Wade off of the roster? I have absolutely no idea, because Tyler Wade is he can affect the game on so many different levels with his speed, his defense, just a whole bunch of things. So I think he could be a legit weapon off the bench. And just putting him in there already makes pitchers pitch different. So you guys already know that. But going back to Voit, man, what's Voit going to do here? What's going to be the decision with Voit? Can he show anybody on these off days, or did the Yankees already make the decision on what they're going to do with Voit? Obviously, to me, he's not starting. But are you putting – and you got to determine, guys, because you cannot just simply – if somebody gets hurt in the ALDS, you cannot just simply put them on the IL, right? Because then you got to make a decision. First of all, there's only a 25-man roster. If somebody gets hurt, you got to determine if they're IL worthy, where you're not going to need them anymore, not only for this series, but for next series. Because if you put somebody on the IL and the ALDS, they are unavailable for the ALCS. So it's something to kind of weigh there. That's another element to it. It's oh shit, this guy's definitely not going to pitch, or it's a day-to-day thing. But then if it's a day-to-day thing, you're kind of running short out there with a 24-man roster. You got to determine on what you're going to do. It's just a lot of gymnastics, where that person wouldn't even be available until a possible World Series game. So Voit, I don't know, bro. To me, there's even people that are saying, man, I really honestly don't think that Voigt's even gonna make the roster. I think he'll make it, but it's really close because Ford finished off scorching hot. He just looks so good, and he looks good and actually has thrived in that pinch hitter role too. So we'll see what the Yankees do with that. Let me know what you guys think there. But let's talk about the Pinstripe strong performer of this series, all right? So for your Pinstripe strong performer of the series. Yeah. Pinstripe strong performer of this series. And I wanted to do a Pinstripe strong performer for the season, because I think you guys probably know who that's going to be. But, I wanted to do that with Chris, but I guess he's going to end up missing this one. Pinstripe strong performer of this series to me is going to be Giancarlo Stanton. I thought it was good, really good to see him in some situations hitting in the clutch. Another person that you could kind of give it to is Ford, man. The guy went 3 for 7 with 4 RBI in this series. But Giancarlo Stanton, man, 4 for 10. Hits 400 for the series with 3 RBI. Had a homer in this game. Looked pretty good. Had the clutch. The clutch two runs that he ended up bringing in. So I love that. Giancarlo Stanton, you are the Pinstripe strong performer of the series. Let's go. Who is yours? And then the Pinstripe strong performer for the season. I'm going to go with DJ LeMahieu. I mean, how could you not? His season was magical. I thought he transformed the mentality of this lineup, transformed everything with this lineup. So, DJ LeMahieu, go DJ. That's my DJ. Hey, go DJ. That's my DJ. Hey, you get the Pinstripe Strong Performer of the Season. Great shit out of DJ LeMahieu. I love, bro. Love what you did, man. I do appreciate it. So a great job out of you. And then we have, of course, coming up here. You already know what time it is, y'all. It is time for the you trash. The You Trash performer of this series, and shit, can I give it to frickin' Cessa and Nestor Cortez? I'm gonna give it to shit, man. I want to give it to both of them. They fucking sucked. They really did. They were really bad, and down the stretch, Nestor Cortez Jr. was just horrible. I feel like there should be an award, lesser than that. My opinion, they actually didn't give the Yankees a chance to determine the game. You could go in a whole bunch of different directions. You could give it to Luke. You can give it to Chance Adams, of course, who, but that game was already said and done. I didn't expect anything against Chance. But Cessa's going to be on the playoff roster, man. Cessa's going to be on the playoff roster. The other two people, Voit maybe, if you want to give it to Voit. There's some arguments you can make for a lot of people in this series. But to me, it undisputably has to be Cessa, who was just straight trash in game 2. He looked really bad. Did not like his line at all. Even though you look at this, you know what? I'm giving it to Cortez Jr. Fuck that. I'm giving it to Cortez Jr. because he was the one, even though Cessa's line looks horrible. And Cessa had 4 walks in this inning, right? But Cortez Jr. came in and just promptly allowed a grand slam like nothing. So he didn't even pitch an inning. And he had 2 earned runs of his own. Trash. You trash. You trash, son. Both of them. You fucking trash. Hate him. You trash for the season, though. Who are we giving it to? Who's going to be the you trash for the season? Shit, man. Kendrys Morales, man. We're going to give it to Kendrys Morales. You guys may have forgotten about Kendrys Morales. But just because of the way that he ran toward first base, you trash, son. You trash. Guy had nothing. You guys blast for the pass. Kendrys Morales, very long season. You're trash, son. You're trash. All right? So you out of here. Oh, man. As much as Nestor Cortez Jr. to try to take that away from you. Somebody in the chat online mentioned Holder also. Yeah, that's a good one there. Holder. I'm not going to give it to anybody that was out because of injuries because, come on, they got injured. But if they played, it is what it is. But let me know who you guys think is your trash performer for the season and the series, either on the YouTube channel or whatever it is, man. But it's been fun. It's been a fun regular season. Thank you guys so much for those that have listened from day one, or even if you started, episode 2, or guys, episode 1 was the hospital. If I go, episode 2 was the hospital. If you go back and listen to some of them, and I did go back and listen to some of them, man. It's a lot of growth in the podcast and things that we did and just finding our niche, and we're still growing. So thank you, guys. I wasn't about to cry. I was just, I just had to cough, but. It's been a lot of growth, man. I love the fact that I decided to do a podcast here, me and Chris, man, and he ended up getting injured because everybody got injured, but I feel like we're not only us, but everybody that listened to part of the season. So we do appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate every one of you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you guys do leave a voicemail. The link is in the description. I'll put you in a future podcast. The way that the scheduling is going to work from here on out, guys. When it comes to the podcast, we're going to come on here after every single game and do a podcast. And we're going to go ahead and do it and react to every single game like it's just Every single podcast. So I'm excited for that. Going to go ahead and do that. Follow my YouTube channels. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to start making some content. Right after I do this, I got to start working on a video on the Twins, on the Yankees, on all of these things, and just breaking down that series. Excited for that. Excited for the postseason right now. The time is now, ladies and gentlemen. 11 for 28. It's time for 11 for 28. Fuck all that other shit. The regular season means nothing. Every single person starts with 0-0. Every team right now starts with 0-0. Your past record means absolutely nothing. Your experience throughout the postseason, that's it. The best 10 teams make it to the playoffs. The hottest team wins. So who's going to be hot? Who's going to be hot? I'm going to be streaming like the away games, watching the team and stuff like that. I'm going to be streaming those games on my YouTube channel, so look out for that. Stream that, putting up my reaction videos to all of the games that I go to and all of that stuff. But it's time to bring the fire, boy. If you go into the stadium, you better be loud. You better be loud or stay the fuck home. Let's go. This place, the zoo, the freaking Bronx needs to be a zoo. It needs to be feeling like I need to feel that shaking energy. We put the fear of God of other teams that they do not want to come into Yankee Stadium. And the Twins are not a joke. But they haven't experienced that gauntlet that's Yankee Stadium in the postseason. They've experienced it, but they haven't experienced it all series long. And I'm here for that. So who wants the smoke? Free smoke, free smoke. We out here, we giving it. I don't give a shit about the Astros. I don't give a shit about all of the regular season accolades. I don't give a shit about home run records by the Twins. I don't give a shit about what the hell the Dodgers are doing in the NL. I don't give a shit about nothing. One thing I care about, the only thing I care about is 11 for 28. That's it. That's it. Look for me on Twitter, JoezMcfly. Look for me on YouTube, JoezMcfly. I keep you very consistent all throughout all the social media. I'm getting real hyped just thinking about this. The energy is just going to build from here all the way till Friday. I want that place fucking jumping from the moment that they open the gates at 5 o'clock on Friday. It's a 7 o'clock game. And I'm so happy for that. But guys, like I always say, make sure you do keep your pinstripes on and stay pinstripe strong. And let's go Yankees, all right? Tell them, Noah. Oh, man, I'm getting so fucking hype right now, man. Yo, we need this fucking... Yo, that's it, man. Postseason is right here. Postseason is here. 11 for 28. Get with it. That's it. And get the fuck out the way. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining. You guys in the chat, man. You guys are awesome, man. Look at that. You guys are in here. I'm not able to respond because when I'm doing a podcast, I'm like in the zone and shit. Like, so my bad. My bad. 11 for 28. 11 for 28. 11 for 28. That's it. 27 outs. 11 for 28. 11 wins for 28 for the number 28th championship. Yankees 11 wins away. Who you got in the NL and AL wildcard games? Well, let's take a look. Now we have we got the Brewers against. Here we go. Got the Brewers against the Nationals. I'm going with the Brewers. I just think that they're gonna do it. I mean, the Nationals pitching is real, but down the stretch, so has the Brewers pitching. So I'm going to go with the Brewers there to edge out the Nationals. Plus, I feel like the Nationals can't win any big games, man. And I think that the Dodgers don't want the Nationals in the ALDS because I feel like the Nationals can be the team that bumps them. Nationals don't really have a bullpen, to be honest. Rays against the A's. I think that's going to be a tough game, man. But I think because it's in Oakland, I think it might, and they have Charlie Morton that's going over there against the A's. I really do think that the A's are going to pull this one out, and it's going to be if the A's pull that one out, that's going to be a very tough series against the Astros coming up. So I'm going to see that. So that's going to be very interesting. I may stream those games. I don't know yet. I'm still working on some stuff. I may stream those games, so I'm still thinking about it there. So those are my guys there. Yes. Guys, I'm so hyped. Anyway, I'm going to get off. I got to edit this and put this up. But thank you guys for joining. You guys are the best. Seriously, thank you guys for supporting me all season. This is now playoff season, man. I'm just hyped for this, man. I hope you guys like the camera and the setup and stuff like that. And I don't even know how it looked because I didn't even look at the video and stuff like that for me. But it's time to be hyped, man. Hope you guys are sharing the same energy that I am right now, man. I really am. 28. The only team I care about is the Yankees. Yeah, that's me too. What two teams do you think is going to the World Series? Yankees, and I don't even care who it is. I think Atlanta. I think Atlanta might make it out the NL. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Atlanta. Everybody's crowning the Dodgers. Like, they're just going to get there. Are you seeing the Joker? I'm seeing the Joker on Thursday. So, yes, I will be seeing the Joker. Can't wait. Cannot wait for the playoffs to jump. Yeah. Can't wait for that. Stanton is about to set off the playoff K record. I'm not with negative vibes, man. I'm with the positive vibes, man. Get out of here. So, I'm with that. I would agree. I wouldn't sleep on the Braves. Don't sleep on the Braves, man. I'm telling you. But they have to make sure that Freddie Freeman is good. If he's good and healthy and ready to go, then he's a big part of their lineup. There's something to those kids, also those kids, and that October's baseball is just totally different. So we're gonna see what happens there. I'm really interested to see a lot of different teams. Yankees Dodgers World Series. I honestly don't care who it is, as long as it's the Yankees. Oh my God, we dead ass lit. Facts. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna see you guys later. Keep the pinstripes on. Stay pinstripe strong. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave voice messages, guys. I got them, and I'll put them in the podcast and do all of that stuff there. But thank you guys so much. Keep the pinstripes on. Stay pinstripe strong. Let's go Yankees. Peace.